All right, this is Miss Chris bringing you some pet safety. So let's see, today I'm wearing this mask so you can see me. Hi guys. All right, so how many of you guys have a dog or maybe a pet kitty or a fish? There's all kinds of pets out there. Lizard, maybe a tarantula.
Ooh.
Or let me see, how about a bird? Like, oh gosh, do I have a bird on here?
Oh,
I don't have a bird. Oh yes, I do.
There's
A parrot.
Ooh.
And here's a mouse, or maybe a hamster, or a gerbil. Okay, there's all kinds of pets out there. So pet safety is about being nice to pets. Pets need a lot of love. They need you to feed them. They need water. They need a lot of playing with. And let's see, some rules. Okay, first of all, we got a special guest. In just a minute, I'm going to introduce Miss Alice and her friend. But since we're learning about dogs, I want to tell you, when you meet a dog, you walk up to the owner, okay, and you say, "May I please pet your dog?" And if the owner says, "Yes, you can," then you show them your hand, curl it up like this, and you let the dog sniff you, and we'll practice this in a minute. And then you slowly open your hand so they can sniff you, because that's how they tell who you are. Do you have a treat in your hand? Or maybe you don't have a treat in your hand. And this way they sniff you all over. And as they're sniffing you, you can turn your hand over and you can give them a pet on their head real softly, okay? And then maybe on their back. Well, let's introduce Benson. Benson is going to be the star of the show, and Miss Alice.
Hey, Benson.
Here's Benson. Look at that. Benson knows some tricks. So, Miss Alice, you show us Benson's tricks.
Tricks? Okay. Benson, shake.
Oh.
Good boy. Down. Roll over. Sit. Good boy. Okay, how about spin?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, boy. That's about all our tricks.
Miss Alice, can I pet Benson?
Yeah, you can pet Benson.
Okay, so now we're going to practice. So I walk over. She said I could. Benson. I show him my hands. Benson thinks he's getting
looking
more
for a treat.
Oh, look. Whoa.
Chris has
Can
treats.
you pat Benson? Yeah. Good boy. I'm glad you came to
Benson.
school today. Okay, Benson, sit. Look.
He's a good boy.
All right, so now what I'm going to tell you about is when you have a dog or a puppy, something like that, you need to be really careful, especially if they're babies, because this little friend right here, he's saying, "Play with me gently," because they get little broken feet, just like we might get a broken arm, okay? Let's see, most animals are happy. So if you see them wagging your tail, it's probably safe to pet that dog, but that's where you want to you ask the owner first, okay? And let's see, this guy right here, now some dogs, they have their toys, they have their bones. A toy might be their favorite ball. Some animals might have a favorite little doll that they carry around. So if you see a dog, especially with a bone, you don't want to go and grab it or their toy because they're possessive. That means it's their toy, just like you might have a dolly. Friend comes over here to take your dolly. You're not going to like that, are you? Well, neither will Benson, or neither will the other pet. So All right, let's see. Feeding, that would be another thing. You don't want to get in a dog's face when they are eating their chow because they don't like that. It's their chow. They think you're going to take it and they could bite you, growl at you. If they growl, you want to back up real fast, but you don't want to be there in the first place, okay? Let's see. This looks like my little dog Chester. I call him the wild child. If you see a dog in the park, because you're out there playing with your mom and dad, and brother and sister, and you see a dog come running towards you, stand like a tree, just like a tree. Let them sniff you. Don't move. Let them sniff you, and hopefully they will go away. Hopefully their owner is just down the road because he maybe got off the leash, okay? Don't always reach out and pet them. Just stand like a tree and they'll probably go away. As far as some dogs go, if you see a dog like this that is growling, do you think you would reach out and pet it? No, because I think he looks like he's going to bite those hands. All right. How about, let me see. I'm going to give you a really tough one. How about that dog right there? He kind of looks like he's watching, but he kind of looks like he might be getting ready to growl. So I would leave a dog like this guy alone until you know for sure he's safe to pet. This looks like my little dog Ween. How about this guy? Does he look safe enough to pet? Probably. But you still ask the owner just to be on the safe side. How about, okay, how about that guy? Yeah, you could pet him, but still ask the owner, okay? So, let's see here. Did I forget anything? Dogs, they need a lot of loving, okay? A lot of loving. Water, food, shelter. You gotta keep them warm. I let my dogs sleep on the bed with me. And let's see. You know, my sister used to have a little gerbil. He had a little running thing in there, wheel for exercise. It looks like this little mouse is staying in shape. Use a leash. Always have your pet on a leash, okay? Because that will help keep them safe and others safe. Fish. How many of you have a little fish at home? Got to make sure that your little fish get a little bit of fish food, not a whole lot. And I think that is probably it. All right, here's Miss Chris again. I have to put my glasses up so I can read. Tails are not for pulling. Let's see. Tails are not for pulling. Can help children understand that although animals may not have words, they communicate. Paying attention to animals' cues, a joyful bark, a scary growl, a swishing tail can help a child understand what the animal is saying and what an appropriate response may be. Most importantly, this book is about showing children how to love a pet gently, because pets are for loving after all. This book is by Elizabeth Verdick, and I'm sure it's at your library. So just have mom or dad go down there and check it out. I'm going to read a couple pages. Let's see. If pets could talk, what do you think they'd say? Meow, woof, squeak, 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 glub, 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 chirp, chirp. I don't know what that means. But what does that mean, maybe? Fur is for petting, not grabbing. Ears are for listening, not yanking. Feathers are for fluffing, not plucking. Noses are for nuzzling, not poking. Backs are for scratching. Woof, that feels good. That's all I'm gonna read. Let's see what the very back says. Mew, woof, squeak, glub, glub, chirp. What does it all mean? Maybe fur is for petting, not grabbing. Feathers for fluffing, not plucking. All in this book, tails are not for pulling.